More Your Voice, Your Vote. In less than 24 hours from now, again, President Obama will accept his party's nomination for president. For the next 60 days, he and Mitt Romney will be matched in a historic campaign, a Mormon running against an African American. The Night Team's senior political reporter, Chris Van Oker, joins us from Charlotte now live. He's been at the Democratic National Convention and has more on this very unlikely contest. Chris.
Well, first, good evening. Secondly, with all this convention hoopla over the last few weeks, something very important has been lost. Both Mitt Romney and Barack Obama come from two peoples that have known persecution in this country. And not that long ago, this race between these two men would have been unthinkable. 70 years ago, a civil war was fought over African Americans being free. And about the same time, Utah Mormons were dealing with their own issues of American discrimination. But a century and a half later, historian Ken Bedoya is amazed at who's now running for president.
But go back to Abraham Lincoln. This is a race even the great emancipator could never consider. An African American running for re-election for President of the United States against a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.
With just 2 months left before the election, LDS members talk about Mitt Romney the same way African Americans talked about Barack Obama 4 years ago. Historic, uplifting, something they weren't sure they would ever see in their lifetime.
Who would have thought that Mitt Romney, a BYU graduate, would be running against the first black president in the history of the United States? I mean, that's pretty amazing.
Bedoya uses other words.
Tolerance, diversity, opportunity, accommodation, progress.
Well, it's easy to get caught up at conventions with celebrities talking to empty chairs. One of the biggest stories is all but being ignored. How two men are seeking the highest office of a country which once persecuted their people.
This is an extraordinary expression of what is best about America. That those who have fallen or suffered can one day find the path to lead.
Now the noise you hear behind me, that's the roll call of the states. That's when each of the states casts its delegate votes for President Barack Obama. Now we've got a great camera position because 10 feet to my left, geographically and politically, that's the Utah delegation, and in just a few minutes, Chairman Jim DeBacchus is going to cast the Utah votes. I was talking to him a few minutes ago. He told me what he's going to say, and it's really interesting, and we're going to have that for you hopefully a little bit later in the show.